May I just check if you can hear me? Hello, Mr. Chairman.
Go ahead, Senator P.
Maliwanag naman po. Maliwanag naman ang
Opo, opo.
kasi yung pakisabi sa secretariat, wala kasi ako nakikitang video, so nawawala yung I am not sure if you can hear me, so that's why I had to interrupt
Loud and
my
clear po, ma'am.
presentation.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll proceed, no? I was saying that the situation of Alex, I think illustrates where we are today in Philippine sports. Through her efforts and the efforts of people who support her, from family, friends, sponsors, nakarating siya dun sa level, no? One of the highest levels, highest achievements in tennis, no? Sa junior level, the highest in the junior level. I think if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, the first singles junior title we have won. But Mr. Chairman, existing ba ang NSA niya? Because at the time that Alex was at the height of her training, ni walang tennis NSA. They have the tennis NSA lost their accreditation from the International Tennis Organization. I don't know what the name is. Senator Sanyangal is very familiar with this. So that's the state that we are in. No, this young girl managed to get there with her NSA not even existing. And if it's existing now, with all humility, I don't even know who the head is now. Eh, hindi yun dahil hindi naman sila ang nagdala kay Alex because hindi naman sila existing during this time that Alex was training and fighting for her title. Nawala nga yung accreditation. Ano ba naman yan? And it's the same case in volleyball for what, more than a decade, almost 2 decades. When I was a freshman in UP, I was 15 years old. Nagpaalam pa ako sa tatay ko para mag-absent sa class because I was going to watch the Philippine team play. The SEA Games was hosted here in the Philippines in 1981. And I was a volleyball player, and I wanted to see my teammates who were part of the Philippine team play. This opportunity has been repeated a couple of times in the early 2000 and in 2019, now where the Filipinos were able to watch their own countrymen compete. So the point I'm raising, Mr. Chairman, is you have a tough challenge ahead. You have NSAs that are not doing their jobs. You have NSAs who are not truly dedicated to the best interests of their athletes. The chairman and I have had a short, well, not so short, but not so lengthy conversation already about my initial concerns. Hopefully, we'll be able to discuss that even further later on. But since my opening statement came after the presentation, I will then say that I fully support the grassroots program. It is really the way to go. You must engage LGUs to do their part in preparing for this, but you must prepare the tech. You must have the technical support that many LGUs lack. In terms of caring for the athletes, matagal ko nang pinaglalaban yan. Alam niyo yan, Senator Bongo is my partner there in the chairman in supporting our athletes. EJ is one example na medyo napabayaan pero lumaban pa rin and he is where he is. But for the record, uh, Chairman, please check because I'm not aware unless there has been any payments done the last few days, the last few weeks. He has not received financial support for the year for 2022. Check lang kasi example yan ng we say in principle we will support, but have we been able to support where when the support is really needed? And finally, yung dun sa Gintong Alay program that we want to bring back. I am a product of Gintong Alay. I proudly represented the countries, and I do believe that there is much more that we can do today, and we can look to the past, but even improve on it for the future. Last point, yung mention nyo na science to also make use of technology. I chair the committee on sustainable development. We talked about the sustainability of sports programs. But my committee includes futures thinking and innovation, and so I really support. And you have my in whatever way we can. I'm certain the chairman also will do so. Uh, in whatever way we can innovate the training to make it more efficient. Um, I am still a product of the time where research was very modern and I could see the difference between the training. I'll give you an example. When we competed regionally, I had to play with another team, and galing ako dun sa coach na well-educated. We're supposed to drink water to hydrate ourselves, pero dun sa coach na nag-training ako to represent NCR, bawal uminom ng tubig. So magte-training kami ng 3 oras walang tubig kasi that's her form of, I don't know, instilling discipline siguro, which is not consistent with the need to be hydrated and to nourish, di ba? So siguro naman by now, alam na lahat ng coaches yan. But I wouldn't be surprised kung meron pa rin mga old school na hindi pa nila alam yung mga basics niyan. So to educate our coaches to use the most modern technology to intervene in ways that can level up our training is really the way to go. We are not blessed with more pleasant weather. Medyo mahirap dito. So how do we maximize the weather that we are born with? Ito na yun, wala tayong magagawa. So do we do more altitude training? Do we have to invest in facilities that provide a more a temperate with because temperature where we can train better. We will await the updates from the committee, from the PSC. So I leave it at that, Mr. Chairman. Siguro sa part 2, I will do another series of questions. This is really just me sharing my thoughts and quick reactions to the initial presentation. Thank you.
Salamat, Senator Pia. Senator Tolentino.
Salamat, Mr. Chairman. Just a quick reaction. Nakalimutan ko na ata yung itatanong ko dun sa presentation ni Chairperson Ayala. Congratulations sa pamangkin mo. Nakita ko yung I saw your presentation, but I missed one item. Alam siguro to ni Senator Bato. The Philippine National Police has 220,000 personnel right now, active. The Armed Forces of the Philippines, almost 150,000. Last year, during the height of the pandemic, I personally went to the Philippine National Police Academy. I requested then PNPA Commandant General Armamento. Tama ba yun, sir? Armamento. Sabi ko, let me look at your curriculum. Kita ko yung curriculum, ang laki ng butas. Being the head of the Kickboxing Association of the Philippines, I inserted kickboxing as part of the program. Looking at your grassroots presentation, I have yet to see the integration of the Armed Forces of the Philippines and all other Uniformed Services Command, including the Philippine Coast Guard. Ganito po yung nangyayari. Pag nakakuha tayo ng isang medalyang ginto, magiging sarhento ng Philippine Air Force si Heidelin Diaz. Pag nanalo ng boxing si Yumer Marcial, instant magiging sarhento, magiging commission si Pitesio, sa Coast Guard o sa Navy, ganun din si Paalam. Ganun po yung nangyayari ngayon. Why don't we involve the 220,000 PNP personnel, the 150,000 Armed Forces of the Philippines personnel? Being a reservist myself, ang dami pa akong reservist na magagaling. Bakit hindi natin isama dun sa grassroots program ninyo? I will let you reply. Ito po mga ito, araw-araw nagte-training. Paggising pa lang yan, nagja-jogging na ho yan sa kampo. Si General Bato sa Philippine Military Academy, boksingero po yan. Kaya tinatawag namin na Marvelous Marvin Hagler, di ba? So, ang dami yung pagpupulutan. Kung isasama nyo lahat itong nabanggit ko, I think hindi lang tayo magkakaroon ng post-congratulatory commissioning of new sergeants, Air Force, Army, Navy. Bagamat yung Army natin sumasali sa Volleyball League. Di ba? May guest team minsan. So, why don't we include that in the program? Just one item that you have to react. Baka umalis ako mamaya. And then, with the permission of Senator Bongo, our chairman, ito naman yung tanong ko sa basketball. Nung bata po ako, bata pa ho ako noon, Mr. Chairman, grade school. Grade school. Pag nanonood po ng ABC, yung FIBA ngayon, ABC, sina Robert Jaworski yan at saka sina Big Boy Reynoso. Pero meron tayong pestasukan team. Sina Tembong Melencio po yan. Yun yung team B. Tembong Melencio, sina Epoy Alcantara, kung sino-sino yan. Sa mga tiga-Caloocan, sina Joy Cleofas. What I'm saying is this. What we have right now for Gilas basketball is Gilas basketball team, the under 18, and siguro merong 3x3. Pero wala tayong Gilas Team B, Gilas Team C. During the 70s, meron tayong ABC team, Philippine Basketball Team, and Pestasukan. Yung Pestasukan, lumalaban yun sa Malaysia. Hindi tayo natalo doon. So yung tanong ko po mamaya, but I have to leave, may mga naghihintay po sa taas, is there gonna be a possibility of having a Gilas B team or Gilas C team? And this can also be applicable to our women's basketball team. Commissioner Ayala, you can answer. But mamaya, sa taas na lang po ako makikinig. Mr. Panlilio, sa TV na lang. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor, Senator Tolentino. Totoo po yan. Talaga pong